Hello guys, this is Queen's Gambite, and I want to tell you and share you my book list for 2024. And guess what? It's the most legendary books of Robert Greene is the 48 Laws of Power. This is recommended by TikTok that I've watched. It's a guy, and he is a reader of this book, and I don't know what is the reason why he recommend this book, and I think there's a purpose within that. So let's see from the first. By the way, all what I will say here is that based on experiences and what I actually understand on what I have been read. And let's start from the first law. Okay, law number one: never outshine the master. Judgment always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, do not too far in displaying your talents or might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and intensity. Make sure your master appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. Says here, transgression of the law. Nicolas Fouet Louis, finance minister in the first years of his reign, was a generous man who loved lavish parties, pretty women, and poetry. He loved money, for he led an extravagant lifestyle. Fouet was clever and merry, much indispensable to the king. So when the prime minister Jules Mazarin died in 1661, the minister expected to be named as the successor. The king decided to abolish the position. This sign Fouet suspect that he was falling out of favor, and he decided to integrate himself with the king by staging the most spectacular party the world had ever seen. The party ostensible purpose would be to commemorate the completion of Fouet Chateau, and its real function was to pay tribute to the king. So what I have understand here is that people want to appear they know something, right? It's not because they just want to share the knowledge, to share their experiences or knowledge, because they want to show that it gives a power, it gives a like legacy, multiple fames of attention. So never outshine the master. It's like telling you as a woman that you should make men very superior, because they don't want to feel like they're they're not above from the system. And that's what I'm learning about right now by reading Robert Greene's book, because as a woman we didn't realize that men don't want to feel like they are not above within their women. They want to feel like they're above. Okay, this is what I've realized. And as a woman, it's like, because I was a activist, I'm supporting like empowering women. But then I realized when I read Robert Greene's book, everything has changed on my mind. Like it's just like a minute, a second of time, because I realized, oh no, this is not me anymore. Because I want to feel like I want to outshine this guy, but then I realized, oh no, it's literally hell, because I will prove to him that this and that, but he don't like that. He don't want to be outshined by this kind of girl. So he felt like she's a threat, right? And if you're a girl, you think like, oh my god, I want to prove something, but this guy is going away to you because he want to feel like he's the superior than us. Okay, that's what they do in history. Even the soldiers, politician, all the powering men in patriarchy, in any system of legal and in the world, they want power, right? So make them feel powerful, make them feel like, oh, you're the man, you're so strong, you're stronger than me, make your husband feel like you are very strong, even though He's not sometimes, because you know that you believe to him, you supporting him, right? So this book, like as a female, if you read this, you realize that you should not outshining the men, because yeah, it's okay to empower yourself in silence, but don't outshine the men literally, because they don't want to feel like they're not above within you and the people around them. That's their nature. We cannot conflict with this nature, right? We cannot force them to believe us, to maintain our agreement, because men want to feel powerful, right? So that's what they do. So the second law, of course and always, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They will always become spoiled and tyrannical, and but hire a former enemy, and he will more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. And if you want to have no enemies, find a way to make them. Okay, so I agree with that, because in some point we want to be best for ourselves. So if we want to be best for ourselves, we want to surround with people who is very competitive, because we will challenge ourselves that if they can, why would I can't, right? Why would I deny? I also want power. Everyone wants power. And for me, I think it's not literally about making them enemy. I think it's to make them feel like, oh, we have an agreement, negotiation at the same time, so you can have backers in your job, everything in your job, or like in your company, whatever job do you have. It helps you like having a backer, even though you know that person is an enemy, because that enemy can actually contribute to your productivity. They can actually inspire you that you should do and catch your limit, do your best to prove it, and not just to show that you have something, but rather to show them that we're fair, we're both in the same plane, something like that. Because friends can be actually no to you, so they know your weaknesses and they will use it against you. I'm not saying literally your friends, but they can actually work as a friend, like, but as a spy at the same time, right? Something like that. So let's go on to the law number 3. Okay, conceal your intention. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what they are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them for an up down the wrong path, and envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize intention, it will be too late. Okay, I just remember, I have a classmate before in high school. He's like literally a guy who would go there and ask many girls, okay, what's your name? What's this? Wasn't that? Like he's interviewing the girl, right? And then suddenly he told the girl, I like you and I like your hair, your stuff. Then the girl said like, why did you say that? So that literally concealing your attention. It's like you don't have to reveal people what's your literally intention, because it helps you to be out of mystery. It's not to be mystery as usual, but mystery as a person who are not doing an intention to show the world this is you, this is that, this is you, and all of the self ego, whatever is that, because it can be dangerous. Okay. So let's start with the fourth law, and I have to just make it faster here. Always say less than necessary. Yeah, that's right, because if we say more and more and more, people say we're ignorant, we're crazy, we're so overreacting. People say, oh, you're so very talkative, I think I can trust you, whatever. So it happens every time, even in history. Even the powerful people, they don't talk more and more. They just be disappearing out of the moment, even in election, every presidential election, right? They don't talk more and more because once they do, every secret will appear, every secret will reveal. So yeah, it happens too. Even, in your environment, don't talk a lot of things in your life because they will use it against you. Everything we say, we use will be used against us. So that's why we had to know and be careful. So law number 5, so much depends on reputation, guard it with your life. This is what happened to Taylor Swift. I remember when Taylor Swift have experience as a woman, okay? She experienced that her reputation was being destroyed, but because of her album reputation, it brings her reputation back. You know why? Because she tells to the song that um, this is what she needs to, you know, explain to people that she's not that bad person, but rather she just use she used the word reputation for her to hint those viewers and say to them, this is me, I have to express myself. And as Taylor Swift music listener on her songs, it relates to her experience, just like what happened to Lo-Fi. Because as a woman, there's so many people who will want to stoling your spotlight. They want to destroy your reputation. They want to destroy all of your whatever is you're protecting in. So the only way is to protect that is yeah, that is why you should not get many friends, because in this reputation, only can destroy your reputation is some of relatives. I'm telling you, because based on these experiences. And if you want someone who will, destroy your reputation, it's not actually the enemy, but somehow who knows you more. That's why it's very dangerous to just give him any information, even in internet. So number 6, let's get into number 6 law. Court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then borrowed. And oblivion. Nagbabasa ako, ma.
Kamusta school?
Okay lang, nagbabasa ako, ma. Wait lang. Hindi, nagpahiram lang ng libro. Nagpahiram. Make sure to magnet attention by appearing larger, colorful, and mysterious than bland and timid masses. So what I have understood in Law 6 is that, yeah, it's not about to outshine the master here only, but also to surround your name with the sensational and scandalous. This is what the vloggers did, even the content creators. This is what they do, just to be famous. They want to scandalous, they want to make things like very very infamous to the connected celebrities, because they want power over social media and entertainment. That's why more on what you see on internet is they post scandalous picture, right? Court attention at all costs in law number 6. Yes, and it happens on internet and even entertainment, showbiz. Literally. It happens to the reporters, celebrities, and all over on the Hollywood stars. They are being scandalized by these, famous people too, and some of them are reporters, and some are just fans, and many more. So, yeah, this is what it happens. And number 7 is get others to do it the work for you, but always take the credit. I think the reason behind this is that we should let other people show their talents, give them a try, because they have also their strength and weaknesses. They have to show it and express, and let them do their work, and let them do their job, because in the end of the day, they must be have contribution for ourselves and for the other people. And there's a quote like, no man is an island. We also have all the credits that need to take and also, give to other people, because that's only way of survival on this earth. And that's only way we do at every living, our lifestyle as all. And number 8, as law number 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. I think this is about like, it's not actually a bait, but it's like, because people know who they come up with help, right? They know who's the people who's very helpful. And when you force other person to act, you're the one in control, right? It is always better to make your opponent to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. With publicity and attack, you hold the cards. This is happening in business world. Some of their opponent and competencies or competential partners or negotiators could be their silent enemy. They could have a problem with that. Because why? Because they use the bait just to destroy the plans of their competitive co-worker, or some of them business owners too. So it happens as usual also in history, because this is actually granted to happen when it comes to people that who wants to distract their enemy from their plans. That's why you should not start telling to others what is your plan, what do you do for a day, because it does happen. And number 9 is law number 9, win through your action, never through arguments. So yeah, I'm very honest with you guys. I am very clearly wanna win through argument, but this time I just like shocked, because this is my first time watching this video of Robert Greene's books reviews, and I just want to make my own. And this is the law number 9, win through the actions. And yeah, if people use the action rather than words, everyone believe, because that's phenomena. They don't want someone that's just telling life, but also rather the reality itself, with showcasing the evidences, just like what happened in crime scene. They want to know if this is the true crime scene, if this is the true suspect, person of interest in investigation. So let's see in number 10. Okay, law number 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Yeah, it happens here. Sometimes we, relying on something what feels like unlucky and what it's unhappy, and it kills our like mental health as usual, because we rely on things that we should think about and overly thinking. So what I have understand is that don't let people like use this kind of your weakness, like being unhappy and unlucky kind of belief. Okay, because here there's no law at all in universe if there's nothing to associate with who infect you with their mystery. There's only power and good fortune to be ordained with the fortunate. Yeah, that's true. It happens. This is what I have understand in law number 10, is that some people, they are very emotional infectious, because what does it mean? It means it's like a phenomena of virus, right? When it happens that there's someone who is sniffing, you also can adapt sniffing. You can also have those viruses that on that body parts of the person, because it happens when you help someone and then you forgotten yourself. It happens that you helping them to stop drowning in the water so you can swim over there and help them, save them, but you forgot yourself. I think that's the meaning of law number 10. So that's why. Let's go on law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. So yeah, that's what the businessmen did. They want to feel like everyone's gonna help by them because they are the one who are the owners of the products or the suppliers, whatever is that. They wanna do it, especially the business world. They want that these people rely on them because that is what their service to do, giving what they want and desires, especially products, whatever is that. I think that's the reason why they do it. Okay, so law number 12, use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Okay, so honest move will cover over dozen dishonest one. Open heart gesture is honesty and generosity bring down of the guard, even the suspicious ones. Your selection to honesty opens a hole in their armor. You can deceive and manipulate them at will and will serve as a purpose. So, okay, that is why, sometimes people who give you something is not trustworthy people because they can actually use it just to destroy you. So be careful, guys, because this is how they use the control. So, yeah. Number 13 is when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy of gratitude. If you need turn on ally to help, do not bother remove your past good deeds. Instead, covering request. The benefits are emphasized out of all fortune. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something be gained for himself. Yeah, that is real. It happens to workplace. If you appear to be okay, it happens. Some people use to give and give. I think that's the reason when you feel you wanna be outshining or like top tier to other people, you wanna like give them a idea that you are very helpful, and at the same time you appeal like someone that is very self-interested. Okay, so let's go to law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. This is what I said earlier. It happens. They walk like an angel. The song. You walk like an angel, talk like an angel, look like an angel. It happens. Most of people like it. It does happen. They have like numerous friends, but it's fake. They work like a spy. Just to know that. Okay. 15. Crush your enemy totally. So, as a woman, if I would be commentarying this law number 15, is that this is not just biblically, okay? Because there's some voices here. I think it's talk about like the enemy will recover and will seek revenge, crush him not only the body but in spirit. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. Because you're having this kind of issue when you have an enemy and they wanna like destroy you by like just having a spy, right? And at the same time they want to kill. That's why it happens, in history. Some of their competitors are being killed because they are very, what do you call that, very demonic, whatever it's that, because they can do unusual things. So in friendship it can happen also because if there's an enemy you have to crush it like literally so that they would never do it again, or if not it could be like somehow people who are actually try to deceive you and acting like they're enemies, right? But their intention is to grab their goal to destroy your image, to destroy your life. So be careful. Okay. So that's only what I can do for now. So the other 16 law and 248, I think I have to do it in another video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all those viewers. If you want to subscribe to my channel, why not? If you are ready to wingle to the fantasy with reality in between, and you know my wants and all videos that I've create. Yeah, this is 𝕼𝖚𝖎▓𝖘 is a content creator of this channel, and my serve for you is to watch the videos and recognize my perspective, commentaries, video, songwriting, poetry, and my self-expression in art. So that's all, and have a great day, guys. Bye.